Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Stuti, an energy healer, a philosopher, and a disciple of Grandmaster Choka Kosoi. He's the modern founder of Pranic Healing and Erratic Yoga. And before we begin our session today, let us first invoke for divine blessings. So please keep your hand in blessing position, in receptive position. Please keep it like this. And then let us please invoke. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual teachers, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, and the spiritual helpers, we humbly invoke for great blessings, your divine light, divine love, divine guidance, inner healing, emotional, physical healing, prosperity, and abundance in full faith. So be it, so be it, so be it. So today a couple of us have gathered today. It's a beautiful weekend here in Scarsdale in America, and it's a lovely weather. Sun has been super kind to us. So we started by thanking our planet, and it's very green, and so we need a lot of green to soothe, right? So we decided that we'll do a couple of exercises, and each exercise that our master has designed is done in such a way that it basically activates the chakra. So what we did is that we thanked the earth for the loving kindness that it continues to give us. We thanked the birds for perennially chirping, and for the positive spiritual angelic voices that they have. And we also looked at the beautiful flowers, and they're so colorful and lovely, and it basically re-energized all of us, and the fresh green grass and everything. And then finally we decided to hug the trees, and that seemed kiddish, but it was fun. It helped us get rooted, and we felt that all the five elements of the nature kind of are within us and around us, and how the affirmations, then we finally did the affirmations, and how it kind of made us feel that we are so connected. So, and I feel that why I'm telling you this is that before the meditations, it's very important to do the exercises, and you can do this too on a daily basis, whether you do the meditations or not at your house. Now, before we start, I would like to tell you a bit about Twin Hearts meditations. So, let me tell you that God is beyond limitation. We all know that. He's beyond religion. He's beyond languages. He can take any form. He resides in every essence, every core, and every being. So in the same way, Twin Heart meditation, which is a very ancient form of meditation, and Master Choka Kosoi introduced to us, it's a very potent meditation, is something which is relevant for everyone, and it applies to a yogi who is in the caves, or to the modern yogi of today. It is for everyone and anyone, and it is not it doesn't matter which religion or which walk of life you belong to. It basically applies for anyone. It doesn't interfere with your religion. Like, I'm a Hindu, and she's a Catholic, and we have a whole lot of people who are staunch Muslims who have been following the Twin Hearts, and it kind of works equally well for everybody to follow it. So it's basically equally good for everyone to follow, and it really helps calm your energies. Another thing that I would like to tell you is that just the way your body, you ritualistically, and I'm sure you all daily have bath, and it is very important to clean your body of dirt and grime to refresh yourself. Same way, a spiritual bath helps you cleanse your aura of all the negativity, to declutter your mind, your emotions. And spring, which is the weather right now, it's an ideal time not only to cleanse your house like most people do, but it's an ideal time to cleanse your emotions, to cleanse your mind of all, and your aura of all the, things that are decongested, the negativity, the things which have been there in our mind. Do some forgiveness. Open your hearts to greater truths, to higher realms of reality, and basically let go of things that no longer serve you. So this is the right time. So I would like to thank you all for being here and taking out your time on a weekend, and let's take it from there. And I promise that every Saturday I'm going to be here. That's my commitment. And it's going to be different modules each time, but the meditation would be this, because for now I feel this is after a lot of research, and I think it's a very, very beautiful meditation. It also happens to be Mother's Day, so I wish all of you a very, very happy Mother's Day, and I'll begin with sharing a story of Mother's Day. Actually, most of my learning has been through the healings that I have been able to do over the years, what has been taught to me through pranic healing, and what my master has taught me. I feel that I'll begin with sharing a story of a mother who came to me for healing a couple of years back, and she was very distressed because she had spent thousands and thousands of dollars trying to conceive, but 12 years into marriage, and she could not deliver. And then she had, none of the fertility treatments, the modern treatments, were not able to give her what she was expecting. However, she came to me, and sometimes, like it's an old saying, and it's a beautiful saying, I always connect to it, that it is with deep sea diving and not by remaining in the surface that one receives the pearls. So pranic healing has certain protocols. They might seem very simplistic, but they are very, very profound. What we did was I followed the protocols to the T, and with those protocols, miraculously, she was healed and she got pregnant. Not just that, there was a double joy because she got pregnant with twins. The family was very, very happy. Everything was going very well. A couple of months down the lane, there was a certain complication. It so happened that they just had to go in for a premature delivery. Now, of course, they went in for it. The mother was fine, but the twins were born low in weight, and they were very fragile. And so doctors had to keep them in incubators, and at that point, what had happened was that the doctors took good care. The nurses were very, very caring. But despite all that, of course, there was concern in the house. But they were all very, very hopeful. They knew, they kept the faith, and they knew things will get all right. And things did. So finally, after a couple of days, the baby girl came to the mother's kangaroo care, and the mother was holding the baby, and she was super, super happy. But there was still a void. There was still a vacuum, and she felt that though she had something, she still had a lot of emptiness. And that emptiness was because her other child was still in the hospital fighting for life. At that point, she came back to me, and the whole family was very, very depressed. So it was a strange feeling, and the first thing I did was I healed the mother, because I decided that it's very important to calm her mind and emotions. And after that, I was divinely guided to state the obvious. But before I tell you what was that obvious, I just I feel like telling you something right now. First of all, I think that we try to become the remote control, the television, the show, and the actor behind everything. And when we try to do that, we cease to see, out of that control, we cease to see the simple solutions around the things. And we make matters so complex when they are so simple. Nature has made things very simple. So if we just, try to be even-minded and try to see things like a river into the ocean, see things in a way that, learn from nature. That's why we started the whole exercise in such a way that, the nature, the birds, they're all trying to tell us something, So if you try to see from that, look at the river. It is telling us it gets into the ocean, it keeps flowing, it remains calm, it is always calm. Even if stones come in the way, the river continues to flow. It's with complete faith, with clarity. So we must learn from nature and try to be even-minded. So before I tell you what was the solution and how it helped, let us do an affirmation. I'm going to say the affirmation. It'll be more fun if you could repeat that silently or aloud here. A couple of us, if you're kind enough to repeat it after me, it'll be fun. It's a very powerful affirmation, so we will repeat it right now. I'll give you a note of it. If you could just take that. Sam, you could also. Yeah. So say, I am that I am.
I am that I am.
I'm not the body.
I'm not the body.
The body is the vehicle of the soul.
The body is a vehicle of the soul.
I am the emotion.
I am the emotion.
I'm not the thought.
I'm not the thought.
I'm not the mind.
I'm not the mind.
I am the soul.
I am the soul.
I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence,
I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence,
divine love,
divine love,
divine power.
divine power.
I am one
I am one
with my higher soul.
with my higher soul.
I am one
I am one
with my divine spark.
with my divine spark.
I'm a child of God.
I'm a child of God.
I'm connected with God.
I am connected with God.
I'm one
I am one
with all. Deep breathe 3 times. You see, when we allow our emotions and tensions or pain to take over, we cease to detach and be aware of the situation with clarity. I was intuitively guided by the Supreme God and Divine Masters to tell them to immediately put the twins in the incubator together. Simple. He misses her, I said. The power of reunion, pure love, compassion, kindness, something we all innately possess. Our hearts are meant to give, to love, to share. So when the family went to the hospital staff, obviously, as a protocol, it is not okay to keep a sick child with a healthy child, so the hospital objected. But this time the family was convinced there was something pulling them as if. And so they were put together, and as soon as they did that, there was a sudden pinkish glow on the child's face, and he came back to life, and a couple of days, and he was fine. So, it's like, let me make it a little easier. Let's see this bottle. Now, if I fill this bottle with seawater, okay, and if I fill this bottle with seawater and I close the cap and I put it in the ocean, what will happen? I'm sorry, I can't get the answers here, so I'm going to give the answers and the question. But what will happen is that although the bottle will float in the water, its contents will mix with, its contents will not mix with the surroundings. The reason is the cap is closed. So you have the oceanic water in you too, but unfortunately your cap is closed. But the moment you open it, the moment you open up, the the water merges with the sea. So same way, our limiting beliefs need to open up. We need to stop trying to control everything. Let him control some. We will get our answers once we move beyond our pains. And with that faith, things will open up. It's that simple. Now you all must be wondering that I called you here today for a meditation. And here I'm telling you a story of twins and their mother who got healed through pranic healing. Well, believe it or not, that is because we are here, we've gathered here today, because the name of the meditation itself is Twin Hearts. And also, there is a twin in each one of us. That's the secret our master told us. That we will know with time, so have the patience. But our evolvement is up to us. In our spiritual world, there's an old saying, there's a musk within the deer's pouch, but he must need to turn his nose inwards. You can come in contact with the twin, your truth, your true potential, your divine soul, or whatever it is that you're seeking. So Grandmaster Chokhok Soi shared the ancient wisdom with us through Twin Hearts, and he said the physical heart is in the chest, this, where we know where it is. Now it has 12 petals, which are similar to the innermost petals, innermost bud, which is in the crown chakra. And the crown chakra when the higher emotions get activated, that is when our crown chakra starts to unfurl. Of course, it's a process, but once we get more purified, once we do practices, once we regularly meditate, then we end up becoming like a swan who swims through the muddy waters, and yet its feathers remain unsoiled and pristine. And your heart gets further activated, your consciousness expands, and the divine energy pouring down. You feel love, you feel oneness with all. And once that happens, it has been observed that the beta to alpha, the delta to theta waves in your brain go through a dramatic transition. And not only that, the overall brain synchronization, with all that, you end up becoming more and more aware, more positive, and plethora of other issues in your life get resolved. Now, as we start the meditation, I would expect all of you to please close your eyes to begin with and enjoy the power of stillness. And post that, we will do some blessings and get back. So just close your eyes for now and keep your hands like this. The reason I asked you to keep your hands like this is because if God wants to bless you with some flowers or gold or anything, hands is closed, or your cap is closed like that bottle I was talking about, you're not going to get anything. So please open up your hands and let the magic begin. Thank you.